A big problem today is keeping students interested in school. One way to solve this problem is to take them on a study trip and bring them to an interesting place. A school class from Denmark did this. They visited the BBC Media Center on a guided tour. We had a reporter following them.
The first thing the students were shown was the world. It's a large square outside the BBC where some of the paving stones have names written on them, where the BBC had sent reporters over the year. The students from Denmark were not able to find their own country on the paving stones, but they did find Jutland and Christiania. The students and their guide then went out outside the BBC where there's a statue. This was created by an artist. But when it was released it caused massive outrage, because the penis on the statues was too big. So after a lot of debate, it was decided that it should be smaller. The artist that made the statue was then forced up on a small ladder so he could make the penis smaller. Inside the BBC, the students heard a call from the Second World War. When the war began, the BBC was broadcasting a Mickey Mouse cartoon. This cartoon was interrupted as the BBC had to stop broadcasting, but when the war was over, the first thing the BBC showed was the rest of the cartoon, while they excused for the rude interruption. Even an exciting place like the BBC can be boring sometimes if you don't get to do something different. At the BBC, one of the students was so lucky that he, along with a Brit and a German, got to be a broadcaster for some time. Much amusing for his friends, but not so much for him.
3, 2, and cue.
The current heir to the British throne has taken the tube for the first time to celebrate London Underground's 150th anniversary.
Prince Charles and his wife, the Duchess of Cornwall, travelled one stop from Farringdon to King's Cross on a Metropolitan line.
It was the first line to open, offering a service between Paddington and Farringdon on the 9th of January 1863.
Cue.
A Zootopia has been practicing a rhino escape to prepare staff for a possible emergency.
Two employees wore a life-size rhino costume and tried to escape the compound before being hit with fake Hercules and Elizabeth was attached to nets.
Now the visit at the BBC was almost over for the students. The last thing the students saw was a big cup on top of one of the BBC buildings, which was a tribute to all the fallen journalists that had died trying to give news to the world over the years.
That was an interesting way to keep students interested in their education. And now, the weather forecast.